Ayan. So, good morning everyone. Kamusta po tayong lahat? Ako po ba'y naririnig sa end nyo? Malakas po ba ang sounds ko? Malinaw? Ay, thank you. Thank you po sa nag-heart. Ayan. So, magandang magandang umaga. At exactly 10 a.m. tayo po ay mag-i-start ng ating free webinar for this February, ang Membership Mastery, Leveraging Strategies for Member Engagement. So, sige po, habang ako'y nag-a-admit, ako po si Raquel Gamuyaw ng NATCO Knowledge Resource Center at kasama ko po sa team namin ang aking tech team na si Michelle at ang aming unit head na si Ma'am Maribel Isidro. Sige nga po, maraming maraming salamat po sa inyong pagdalo sa ating webinar ngayon. Medyo nararamdaman ko na yung summer, no? Kasi nasa kalagitnaan na tayo ng February. Check nga natin ang ating mga participants. Pwede po ba tayo mag-open ng ating camera? Sige. Check nga natin. Kasi we are expecting actually 70 participants. Ang nasa na 54 na tayo. So baka may mga magkakasama na sa COP kasi may mga COPs na marami ang pina-attend. Yan. May mga cooperatives din na umattend na last year and then magre-refresh lang ngayon. Anyway, ngayon naman ang pagkakasabi sa akin ng ating resource speaker ay may mga inad siya. Yan. Ay, may heavy rates. Kala Sir Edwin. Sige lang, sir. Sige lang, sir. We understand po. Okay, sige. Check natin. Mm. Tayo po ay magpi-picture taking muna. Ito po ay before shots natin. After 1 hour, tingnan natin kung ganito pa yung itsura natin. Wow, tayo ay may 3 slides na. Sige po. Kung kaya mag-open, kung kaya ng internet, sabi naman sa house rules, kung kaya ng internet, open. Kung hindi, sige, carry lang. Yan. Okay po, sige. Smile po tayo. 1, 2, 3. Pa-fresh nila, oh. Isa pa po. 1, 2, 3. Baka kayo po ay nasa third slide. Habol po tayo. Ayan. Okay, sige, thank you. Kung kayang manatiling naka-open ang cam, sige, go. Pero kung hindi, pwede naman mag-close. Basta nandiyan pa rin kayo mamaya habang may webinar at saka after the webinar. Kasi tayo po yung magkakaroon ng evaluations na magse-serve as your attendance, all in one na attendance and para makakuha kayo ng certificate sa amin. Okay, sige. Para hindi na natin patagalin itong webinar na to. Ano ba ang mga ine-expect nyo? Sige, habang tayo ay may mga kinuha kasi ako sa registration. Actually, marami namang sumagot. Pero kukuha tayo ng pangilan-ngilan kasi same-same lang naman. At ito ay prior to this, na ipasa na natin to kay resource. Kaya malamang sa malamang, ito ay mga in-integrate na niya, in-update niya sa ating presentation today. Sige po. Sige nga, Ma'am Shen, tingnan natin ano ba yung mga nilagay ng ating mga participants. Sige. Sabi dito, how this webinar will be help in improving our member engagement. So, ito naman yung pinaka-objective natin today. Yun. I am sure madadaanan to. And to enhance knowledge and understanding of the topic, enabling more effective service to the cooperative's general membership. And then, meron pang nagsabi na ina-expect daw niya, how do you integrate gender equality, disability, and social inclusion or GETC in member engagement? And how to increase participation of members in cooperative affairs. Kasi 'di ba, may mga members na active naman sila pero madalang mo silang makikita sa mga activities ni COO. So sige, tingnan natin. O, yung membership retention, sige nga, check na natin yung chat box. Kung may mga sumagot. Membership retention, good morning po. Ayan, deeper knowledge on leadership enhancement. And, ayun. So, check natin kung makadadaanan siya mamaya, ha. Membership retention, sige. Baka lang. Check natin. Ayan, nag-okay na si Ma'am April. Okay. Sige po. Para masagot ang ating mga ine-expect. Actually, si Ma'am April po ay lagi na namin siyang regular webinar speaker na natin siya. Maraming beses na po namin siyang na-engage and I'm sure maraming beses nyo na rin siyang na-encounter. Pero may mga webinars po kasi tayo na like today, marami tayong participants. First time siyang ma-encounter. So, si Ma'am April po ay nasa text slide. Tingnan natin ang kanyang profile. Ayun. Siya po ay isang dynamic leader, advocate, and cooperative professional who has dedicated over a decade to empowering communities through cooperative development. She is currently the Allied Business Manager of King Multipurpose Cooperative. She previously served as the Marketing and Member Relations Manager, bringing with her 11 years of experience in cooperative service. She is a gender and development trainer with the Cooperative Union of Davao City since 2019 and a regular webinar speaker of NATCO KRC since 2023. So ganun katagal na po namin siyang kasama. She has also contributed as an auditor for the NATCO Co-op Marketers Club from 2021 to 2022 and is a certified cooperative counselor, having completed the advanced counseling course for cooperative under the NATCO Diaspora Program and UGAT Foundation. Beyond her cooperative work, she is also a proud youth parliamentarian and alumna of the 6th National Youth Parliament under the National Youth Commission. She described herself as an entrepreneur, a gender and climate change advocate, a mother, wife, and a change maker. So let us virtually welcome our resource speaker for today, Miss April G. Sotomit Sekupod. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Ma'am Raquel, and good morning to our more than 50 participants, no? Just bear with me, medyo hindi maganda ang tono ng aking boses ngayon. But ayokong i-cancel ang ating engagement because for myself, I'm very excited basta ang pag-usapan natin is membership, no? So pinakamalapit na topic yan sa puso ko. Kaya sabi ko, 1 hour lang to, push natin to. And of
Yes,
course, I
ma'am.
would like to say good morning to all our participants over Zoom. Ma'am Rax, no, especially sa mga cooperators natin who is now experiencing moderate to heavy rain, lalo na po dito sa Davao Region. May mga areas na kaming binabaha over the news. Nakita ko kanina sa Asuncion in Davao del Norte, meron na hanggang bubong ang baha, no? So Sir Edwin, kung malapit ka sa area na yon, take care, no? And the rest of also our branches and offices na within the area na affected. Ang daming taga King MPC, full support sila sa akin. No, so without much ado, Ma'am Raquel, let's start the ball rolling, no?
Sige po,
So
ma'am.
this is the second time that we will be running this webinar, and meron lang akong mga inintroduce na aspects to which it would address somehow iilan doon sa mga diniscuss mo or minention mo kaninang earlier na mga expectations kasi yung ilan doon are really vital in terms of how we really engage our members. Kasama na doon yung, syempre, when we say engagement, na doon yung retention, yung loyalty, no? So, meron akong mga dinagdag na elements. So, kung meron kayong mga office mates, co-workers who joined the first batch, tapos mag-usap-usap tayo mamaya, meron kayong bagong attacking mai-share sa kanila kasi marami akong dinagdag. So what is mastery on members engagement, leveraging strategies? These are strategies, these are framework na sa tingin ko po, being a member relations practitioner for like 7 years, no? 7 years na sa marketing, and for almost 14 years of my experience being in the cooperative, which is yung primary focus ko is really towards providing services to the membership. Marami po talaga ang strategies that we can really engage our members. But for me, ito yung pinaka-top no, nasa listahan ko po na tingin ko would really help us. So, ano ba yung objective natin for this webinar? By the end of this session, we would like you to be able to highlight the importance of member engagement in the cooperative. Kasi nga, hindi naman tayo pwedeng mag-conduct ng business sa hindi natin members because that is really our core, members talaga. So, in the same way, we wanted you also to provide key strategies for leveraging member engagement towards membership growth, retention, and participation. Kasi nga, tatlong bagay lang naman ang membership. That is generation, getting members, retention, making our members satisfied with the products and services that the cooperative is offering or offering to. And then participation, kasi pag nakikita nila yung value nila, magpa-participate sila sa lahat ng endeavors ng cooperative. And that would turn them to become loyal. So yun yung ating gustong goal na iset na sana at the end of this 1 hour, these 3 items, maiuwi nyo po yun pagbalik nyo sa respective cooperative nyo. We will be discussing 2 items po. First is member engagement framework. And secondarily, this would be help us understanding member engagement. Ano ba yung pinaka-core pag nag-engage tayo ng members? And second, ano yung pinaka mga key strategies para mahikayat, mainganyo natin, ma-onboard natin yung mga members natin to be of service also to the cooperative by patronizing the products and the services and even participating to our co-op activities. Katulad ng sabi ni Ma'am Raquel kanina na active naman sila pero hindi na sila nakikita sa mga activities kasi nga baka may missing link po tayo. So, eto na, mag-start na talaga tayo, eto na yon. So sabi nga, member engagement is crucial for the growth and success of the organization. Nakapula po yan. Kasi yung mga members natin, when they feel that they have this sense of belonging and ownership, the more that they will continue to push with their membership and journey with the cooperative, yung they will stand with the cooperative no matter what. Lumadapa tayo, magka-problema tayo, babangon tayo, nandun pa rin sila. Kumbaga, they will not leave us because na-embody na nila yung may-ari ako, kamay-ari ako ng co-op. So, whatever it takes, may pananagutan ako sa co-op ko na kailangan maging participative ako sa mga endeavors ng co-op. Kasi sabi pa po, when member are engaged, they will volunteer their time and their resources. Kasi yung perang umiikot sa kooperatiba, pera po yun ng mga members natin through savings, deposit, through share capital investments nila, through time deposit, and even yun yung ginagamit natin pang loan ng other members who are in need of financial resources naman. Kasi di ba nga sabi, you cannot give what you do not have. But for those who have more can give more, and those who have less can get more. Basta pantay-pantay ang benefits and privileges that the cooperative is offering. So, pag ang members po nag-volunteer sila ng panahon at ng oras at ng resources nila, ibig sabihin po on board sila sa mission na bahagi po talaga sila ng kooperatiba natin. So, in this case, ito yung binago ko, Ma'am Raquel. Ito yung dinagdag ko. I make it more comprehensive. For me, these are the most vital framework when we speak about member engagement based on my experience. No, there are 6, isa-isahin po natin yan siya. Kasi itong lahat ng 6 na nandyan sa screen nyo po, dyan umiikot ang paano natin iniengganyo, hinikayat na maging active ang ating members when it comes to engagement. So first on the list is, of course, this pertains to relationship. May 3 klase po ng relationship: transactional, relational, and advocacy. If we speak po kasi about transactional, ibig sabihin, we only offer them services and benefits. Yun bang nasa level tayo ng ma'am and sir. When we translate transactional to being more of a relational, meron ng laman, may need na, pinapalalim na natin yung transactions with members. Pumupunta na tayo sa level na nagfa-first name basis na tayo, like si Ma'am Raquel, si Ma'am April, si Sir Rofil. Meron ng ganon, hindi na plain generic mom and sir. Because we already attached emotional loyalty to our members. Parang binibigyan natin sila ng impression na, uy, kilala ako ng co-op ko kasi nasa first name basis na sila. Rather than sabihin mo lang ng ma'am, sir, saan ka man magpunta, so long as you do transaction, ma'am at sir ka naman talaga, di ba? But if you put emotional loyalty doon na kahit hindi mo talaga siya thoroughly kilala, but you address the client, we don't even call our members client. We call them kamay-ari. We call them members talaga, patronizers. Kasi nga, we put meaning to the relationship by having it sense of belongingness. And we elevate relational to bringing them closer to our mission, vision, and even introduce to them our advocacies. Ano yung mga programs that we need them to participate? Ini-inject natin doon yung advocacy. That is where we are promoting the organization itself. Nararamdaman ng members natin na bahagi talaga ako na co-op kasi sinasali na ako nila sa decision making, sa mga activities, which boils down to we go service beyond the profit that we are giving to them. More than the patronage refund, more than the dividends that they get, we exceeded the expectation by simply servicing them beyond office hours. Kahit alas 5 na siya dumating, serve mo pa rin siya, wag mo na pabalikin bukas kasi baka akala mo may time pa siya bukas na bumalik, eh yun lang yung time talaga na naging available siya. We observe no noon break. Kasi may mga members tayo na 12 o'clock lang talaga sila pwedeng lumabas ng office, lalo yung naman sa government, na yun lang yung time that they can visit us. So pag nag-lunch break tayo, walang man lang mag-take care sa kanila, babalik sila ng alauna, late na sila sa kanilang mga duty. So service beyond profit. Ito yung kind of relationship that we wanted our members to feel when they do transact with us and when they become members of our cooperative. Secondly, clear and consistent communication. Yung merong inclusion, yung kind of communication that is very inclusive and outreach. If we speak about gender equality, social inclusion, and disability. One is diverse representation. We make sure that our promotional materials, yung photos, yung videos, your testimonials, na pinapakita natin sa public as part of our communication strategy. This includes the diverse members of the community natin na hindi lang tayo very particular sa isang sector. Dapat din matouch din natin ang other sectors na part naman talaga ng ating niche. Kasi nga 'di ba, ang pinakaunang layer dapat ng community na tina-target ng isang co-op para pasok tayo doon sa people helping themselves, no? And the co-op will help them is syempre nasa laylayan. Huwag nating kalimutan yung mga taong nasa laylayan. The diversity of representation speaks so much about how our cooperative stand in the community para makita ng tao na hindi tayo particular lang sa isang segment, no? So, dapat meron tayong programs for certain representation, especially magpadala ng mga communication. Full English text yung communication ng invitation na pinadala mo. Eh, yung babasa nun is yung mga out of school youth, kunyari natin. So, hindi siya nag-tailor fit doon. So, when we do promotional materials, the integration of the diverse representation should be first to be considered, no, na yung yung message na gusto mong iparating naiintindihan ng lahat ng tao across all segment. Second is the accessible format. Provide information in multiple accessible formats, like for example, screen ready friendly na mga materials. Huwag naman yung masyadong maliliit ang text na yung mga senior citizens natin, mga elderly members natin, hindi na kayang basahin. If you have facilities for example, meron kayong segment for merong mga disabilities, you can provide them formats that they can understand. Kunyari, may communication for, sabihin natin, may segment kayo ng mga blind. You can provide braille for them, or merong mga tao na medyo may problema sa mata, lakihan natin yung mga print. And then integrate always, even in the conduct of your webinars, your training, may it be print or media materials, the use of local languages, no? Pinaka-importante po yun when we do deliver clear and consistent communication para mas lalo po tayong welcoming. Kasi Ilonggo ka, pero yung yung audience mo Ilocano, paano kayo magkaintindihan at some point, na yung ganun po. Third is, of course, targeted outreach. Actively engage with organizations representing women, persons with disabilities, and other marginalized group to invite them to participate. No? So, yun nga, kung gusto natin, more than having the diverse representation in promotional materials, mainam din po na ilagay din natin yung ganong konteksto if we target participants on certain activities. Kasi maganda na merong SDD, sex disaggregated data, na nakikita mo ano ba yung laging nagpa-participate na market mo, ano ba yung niche mo na hindi mo talaga na cater, so that when you do programs, sila ang ilagay mo on your priority list para mas maging inclusive ang co-op na, kasi nasa checklist yan ni CDA. Merong vulnerable sector of the community. So when you do programs, when you do activities, outreach activities, dapat matackle mo, matouch mo yung sector na yon, so that yung inclusivity na laging sinasabi sa atin na gawin natin, lagi nating number one priority yun siya. Third on the list is participation opportunities, yung involvement and activities, yung depth ng involvement and activities that the members participated into. One, of course, you can do meaningful participation and decision making. Yun bang targeted consultation, pag meron tayo, there are co-ops kasi that I come across nung ikot-ikot ako sa Pilipinas, I come across with cooperatives or even those who visited us, meron silang mga focal group discussions or meron silang parang technical working group na mga members that whenever they will introduce another line of service or they will develop another product or may babaguhin sila sa existing products and services nila, this technical working group, sila yung parang lens ng membership nila na hinihingian nila ng opinion. That's part of targeted consultation. And we can also do focus group discussion. For example, you will create certain program for this segment para sa mga women. So you can invite active women members ninyo to be part of the technical working group para naman mas maintindihan natin specifically ano ba yung mga needs and wants and aspirations, or ano ba yung pinaka-pressing issues and concerns ng group na ito na kailangan natin i-address when we make this kind of product, so that this segment naman or our members in general, when they become part of the consultation, they would really value, ay may importance ako sa cooperative kasi nai-invite ako, no, sa mga ganitong consultation. So yung akin palang knowledge and understanding, binibigyan ng importansya ng cooperative ko. Secondly, you can do structured engagement, yung involve representatives from marginalized group in key decision-making bodies. Like for example, meron kayong mga committees na merong representation ang women, no, sa GAD, most probably you can integrate involvement ng women, ng LGBTQ, no, when you create committees, yung ganon. Or even sa amin dito, we are looking into sa King, tinitingnan namin yung gender balance, no, in terms of the representation of our committees. So like for example, ang aming education committee, we have one male, one female, and one LGBTQ. So, at least yung kumbaga, nagde-discuss sila ng mga plans and programs for the members na tatackle yung tatlong aspeto na yun kasi well represented sila. Sa gender and development ng sa GAD naman namin, meron doong representation ng mga seniors na mga members namin. Kasi they can also have, meron din yan silang mga idea, meron din silang mga brilliance dyan or experience that we can put into programs na mapapakilabangan ng ating co-op at ma-appreciate ng membership natin. Next is gender-sensitive facilitation. Train facilitators to manage power imbalances in meetings, ensure no single group dominates in the conversation. More than the gender-sensitive facilitation, mas mainam din po on the co-op level itself, institutional wise, pwedeng unang tingnan ng co-op, yun bang mga materials nyo on training, policies nyo, plans and programs nyo, is it yung language ba na ginagamit natin, gender fair, no? Hindi na ba tayo gumagamit ng chairman? Do we practice na ba chairperson? Nalalabi ba yun natin sa mga policies natin? Instead na chairman pa rin ang ginagamit natin, gumagamit na tayo ng chairperson. Maliit lang na bagay, but it would have impact kasi when we speak about yung cases or pag tinatouch na natin ang gender sensitivity, no? Maliit lang yan siya, but malaking tulong yan or it's really helpful for cooperative to start going towards being gender sensitive cooperative. Then, when we speak about participation and opportunities, ano bang strategies ang pwede nating gamitin? So, we can use personalized communication. Katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, we can address more than addressing them as mom and sir. We can do first name, last name basis, Mrs. Sikihod, no? More of parang mas bigyan natin ng diin na kilala natin ang mga members natin at certain level. Offer meaningful rules. Active naman sila pero pag ini-invite na mag-participate sa mga gathering sa COP, hindi natin sila nakikita. Nakikita lang natin sila pag release na ng dividend sa Patronage Fund. Kasi baka ini-invite nga natin, hindi naman natin binibigyan talaga ng role, no? So baka yun yung hinihintay ni member. Gusto ni member mag-offer, nahihiya lang, no? So baka mas mainam maging sensitive tayo doon. Kung meron tayong mga members na merong certain abilities and talent that we can use, we can tawag dito, we can maximize during activities. Member tayo na magaling mag-MC. Huwag na tayo maghanap ng MC sa labas na magbabayad pa tayo ng MC. Si member na lang yung bayaran natin para mag-MC. Na showcase natin yung talent ni member, na bibigyan natin si member ng role, and at the same time, monetary wise, na compensate natin yung kanyang talent na meron siya kasi mahal naman ang mga um, ano talaga sa labas, professional MCs, di ba? Recognize contribution, yung maliit lang na thank you note sa mga, or maliit na token that we can give to our members for every time that they can recommend someone to be our members. Malaking bagay na po yun for the cooperative. And pinaka-importante, 'di ba nandoon tayo sa punto na kaya tayo nag-ooperate kasi nga naniniwala, nag-trust sa atin ang mga members natin. So, it's really important for us to solicit input and feedback from them for us to improve our products and services and our dealings with them primarily. No, baka kasi kaya ayaw na ni member pumunta sa office kasi sabi, ang mga maldita na yung mga empleyado. Pero takot si member i-feedback yan kasi na-open naman ng BM ang suggestion box. Kaya lagi ang laman ng suggestion box natin, wrapper ng candy or scratch paper. Pero ang dami na palang hinaing ng members natin. Ayaw lang magsabi kasi takot, nahihiya, no? So, it's really important that we solicit input and feedback from them. And we have to accept it constructively. For us to, syempre bumubuo kasi tayo ng pamilya. We build community. And through building communities, from one place to the other, gumagawa tayo ng branches natin. So, dapat meron tayong magandang reputation na iniiwan sa bawat community na pinupuntahan natin para we can still somehow leave a lasting legacy sa ating communities where we operate. Number 4, dalawa na lang, matatapos na tayo sa ating framework. Number 4 is organizational culture. It speaks about inclusivity and, of course, trustworthiness of our cooperative in the eyes of our members. Ano kaya itong organizational culture? These are mechanisms wherein we can measure how loyal our members, gaano kalalim ang trust na ibinibigay sa ng ating members sa atin, and how inclusive our products and services. First is, yung matrix na tingnan mo to measure this one is of course attendance and participation. Meron ba kayong data? How many percent of your membership participates in your ownership meeting or in your general assembly, representative assembly, district assembly, or ilan ba sa mga members nyo ang nagpa-participate sa mga co-op initiated trainings, educational input na ino-offer nyo, para malaman nyo how effective your programs are. Kasi ang dami niyong ginawa, but if you look at your data in terms of attendance, ang baba, no? So it means to say, baka yung program na ginawa mo, hindi yung need ng membership mo. Kaya ang baba ng turnout ng attendance mo. Or baka masyadong hindi talaga ka-enticing ang activity na ginawa mo. Kasi hindi naman din included on what's in it for the members, no? At the end of the program, ano ba yung makukuha nila out of that? Kaya sila kailangan mag-attend. Satisfaction survey that we could look into our market positioning. Saan ba tayo sa community? Magkano ba ang share mo sa membership in terms of population in your area? Ano ba yung tingin ng mga members natin sa products and services that we are offering? Are they satisfied? Kasi baka nagsistay lang sila sa co-op natin kasi wala silang choice dahil wala silang mapuntahan. Kasi ikaw lang na nandoon sa community na yon. Kaya kahit pa dissatisfied sila, they cannot leave the cooperative. Or baka kasi lubog na lubog talaga sila sa utang. Kasi inubos na natin lahat ng resources nila para lang hindi sila umalis. No, through satisfaction survey, we can measure kung ano yung tingin, ano yung perspective ng co-op natin in terms of satisfaction. Third is loyalty, retention, and advocacy. Yung tao kasi, di ba, katulad ng relationship, we stay in the relationship if we do believe in the um, bakit ka nag-stay sa relationship? Kasi naniniwala ka, may pupuntahan yung relationship, no? You know where the relationship is heading to. It goes the same with the cooperative. Nagsistay ang mga members natin kasi naniniwala sila sa mga programs that the cooperative undertakes. Naniniwala sila sa advocacy that we promote. Pero pag hindi klaro sa kanila, ano ba yung advocacy na gustong i-undertake ng cooperative, it would be easier for them to live. And kapag hindi klaro sa kanila, ano yung mawawala sa kanila, ano yung magigain nila when they become members of our cooperative, it's very easy for them to leave the cooperative. Pag yung utang nila, enough na yung share capital nila para i-offset yun, ang bilis lang nila mag-apply ng application for termination of membership. Pero, pag yung member, alam niyang ito yung mawawala sa akin, pag umalis ako sa co-op na ito, unang-una magandang service, more than giving good dividends and patronage fund. Mamimiss ko yung mga empleyado na pagpasok ko ng opisina, nakasmile na. Mamimiss ko yung amoy ng kape na ino-offer nila. That's something that the member can think about na, ay, magre-retain na lang ako kasi happy naman ako sa services, satisfied naman ako sa services ng co-op na ino-offer ko. So, mga simpleng bagay lang po yan na minsan nakakaligtaan natin. But somehow, at some point, meron po yung impact doon sa members natin. 5. Part pa ito pala ng number 4. If we speak naman about inclusivity doon sa portion ng gender equality, social inclusion, and disability, sana naman ang mga offices natin put into consideration the physical and the digital accessibility. Physical, yung co-op offices ba natin, meron bang mga ramp for wheelchair and PWD members natin who are very accessible? Meron nga, very stiff naman, na pag inakyat ni member yung wheelchair niya doon, mamamatay naman din siya. Kasi nga, hindi naman friendly. Para bang, oh, naglagay nga for compliance, pero hindi naman talaga yun friendly. So, isa yun sa tingnan natin. Meron ba tayong mga gender accessible toilets, no? Yung toilet ba natin, compliant na ba tayo? May mga LGUs po kasi na talagang humihingi sila ng mga gender accessible toilets na merong pang male, may pang female, and mayroon ding for other diverse, no, na mga gender tawag dito, hindi ko masabi ang term. Pero merong ganun po. Dito sa Davao in Ateneo, tatlo yung type of restroom nila. Meron sila for women, for men, and for restroom for all genders. Kung ayaw mo pumasok sa either of the two sexes, you can go into that. Nasa gitna siya na toilet, no? So, yun. Even on online events natin, dapat ganun din. Ensure online platforms are accessible and user-friendly. Pag nag-Zoom meeting tayo, dapat yung mga materials na ginagamit natin, hindi naman po kailangan ng magnifying lens para mabasa. No? Those are maliliit na bagay, pero it would make huge impact sa mga taong makaka-benefit nito. Flexible timing mga meeting schedules natin, meron tayo kalimitan kami na encounter namin. Usually we conduct ownership or even our assemblies weekends. Usually Saturday po talaga yan kasi we value everyone's time.
Hindi
And
ako ma'am ka-open to please.
if ang membership mo, majority of those are nasa working population, busy yan sila ng Monday to Friday and sometimes Saturday lang talaga ang vacant nila. So, nagpa-meeting ka, nagpa-Zoom conference ka ng Wednesday, tapos tatanungin mo, bakit walang nag-attend? Eh, alam mo naman pala, to begin with, yung iyong membership ay working sector. Wala talaga mag-attend noon, di ba? So, we have to consider that one as well po. Or even business schedule. Baka kasi meron tayong mga members na may-ari ng mga negosyo na ang mga kliyente na ang mga staff niya ay members din natin. Ganun po, include natin yun siya. So, pinaka-suggestion po talaga, if possible, conduct activities kung kaya naman on weekends. Thirdly, safe spaces. Meron po tayong bagong Republic Act which is yung Safe Space Act. No? So sana tayo din sa cooperative being compliant with this Republic Act, we can also provide safe spaces for our members and even to employees wherein we create a respectful, welcoming atmosphere that encourages participation, especially for our marginalized member. Sana pag nag-counseling tayo ng mga members natin na delinquent na nga, pinahiya mo pa sa harapan ng marami. Sana man lang merong space, merong room, or sana man lang naka-enclose si BM kahit papano, or malayo doon sa saan yung foot traffic ng membership natin para kahit papaano naman mabigyan natin ng privacy si member pag nag-uusap tayo to settle the delayed or delinquent account ng members para kahit naman papaano, kahit na ang tingin ng tao ay palautang. Sometimes kasi they brand themselves, kami kasi palautang kami kaya nasa co-op kami. More than branding themselves, sana yung integrity niya, yung pagkatao niya, hindi naman ma-degrade na alam ng buong tao sa opisina na hindi siya nakapagbayad ng loan kasi rinig na rinig sa buong office na pinapagalitan siya kasi nga hindi siya nakapagbayad. No? Huwag naman po ganon. So, kahit sana merong dedicated space, kung hindi naman kayang i-provide yung conference, kahit man lang yung office ni manager na separate or na ilayo siya sa foot traffic, malaking bagay na yun so that the members feel safe siya ear out ng kanyang sentiments, bakit, ng reasons niya ba late, or even si empleyado, no, pag nag-ear out siya ng kanyang concerns, ng frustrations niya or personal problem niya kay BM niya for consultation, hihingi siya ng opinion, ng advice, hindi man nabo-broadcast po sa buong branch na yun yung problema ng isang tao kasi naririnig ng lahat. Next, number 5. Recognition and appreciation. Ano po ba ito? This talks about rewards and acknowledgement program. ano ba yung mga programs na pwede nating ibigay or introduce as part of rewards and recognition? First is of course, top of the list, loyalty and patronage reward program. Yun bang bigay tayo ng mga rebates, ng mga other form of bonuses for members, no? Like, for example, ahead of his or her term ng loan niya, nag-fully paid siya, may rebate na mapupunta sa kanya, yung ganun. Or, more than receiving, there are other co-ops that are practicing na every time they distribute dividends, patronage refund, merong pa-t-shirt, pa-kalendaryo, or meron ako nakita na merong konting pag-grocery, yung ganon. That's part of uh, loyalty and patronage rewards or point system for every loan, for insurance policy na nai-enroll niya, nabibili niya, or product na binibili niya, kung may mga merchandise items kayo, merong point system na, yung katulad kunyari sa mga coffee shop, this is very common to, pangalanan ko na lang, Starbucks kunyari. Di ba si Starbucks, meron yan siyang every year advent calendar. But for you, it's not easy for you to get the calendar. You have to puno the points doon sa card niya. Kailangan mong bumalik ng store ng ilang beses para scratch every item doon na 1, 2, 3 naka-number before you would be able to get that advent calendar or that certain mug for that year or certain tumbler for that year. Sana tayo rin sa Co-op meron din tayong ganun, no? For every transaction the member undertakes, meron siyang ilulook forward kaya siya bumabalik-balik. Kasi at the end of the transaction, pag na-reach niya yung goal niya yun, there is something for that member na makukuha. Maliit lang yan, but that is something na ilulook forward ng member na malaking bagay yun para sa kanya. Next is, of course, hindi naman lahat nabibigyan ng opportunity na ma-recognize. But for those who are over the years, sila yung mga naging katuwang natin, especially in providing deposits, no? Sila yung mga members natin na ang ganda ng track record nila sa atin, ang daming na-recruit, yung gano'n, no? So we can give them annual recognition. Ito yung mga sample na mga categories, top saver, pwede naman top borrower with good standing. Sa amin, ang ginawa namin, top loan patronizer. O yung ganon. Para di sabihin niya na, ay, yung pag-avail ko pala ng loan sa co-op, may importance yun kasi more than ako, pinakamalaking utang sa co-op. Nirecognize ng co-op yung contribution ko na, so it means to say, may contribution ako sa income kasi out of my loan, magbabayad ako, may mga service fee na nakukuha doon. At least, masabi ni member na maliit man yung contribution na binigay ko, it means so much the cooperative by giving that recognition. So, yung ganon, mga loyalty members for those members serving 10, 15, 20 years, no? At least ma-showcase man lang nila na sa hinaba-haba ng panahon, sa dinami-daming co-op ang nagsulputan sa community, they stay true to their pledge na manatili sila sa cooperative natin. Hindi biro ang 10, 15, 20 years, di ba? Kahit na tayo empleyado, hindi biro kung nagstay ka sa cooperative ng 10, 15, 20 years. All the more, umabot ka pa ng 30, 40 years, di ba? So, maliit lang yan sa point of view natin, pero pag naibigay natin yan sa members natin, malaking ano yan impact sa kanila being recognized. And lastly, number 6, ito yung pinaka-importante, member value by giving benefits and services. Kasi nga, di ba, pag pumapasok sila sa co-op, they will always say, what's in it for me? So, ito yun. Create referral programs for them. Yung merong pag nag-recruit sila, may mapupunta sa kanila, yun yung mga referral programs, no? Or may incentive sila, may token sila na kukuha pag nagre-recruit sila ng bagong member. Capability building and empowerment. Include natin sila sa mga trainings, tailor the trainings on their needs, lalo na for both marginalized and non-marginalized. Hindi yung nag-training tayo, one size fits all. Itong training na ito, para na to sa lahat. Tapos hindi naman pala yun yung need ng segment na yun kasi hindi natin inaral. No? So, mainam na i-tailor natin yung mga trainings and educational inputs that we are giving them. 3, develop continuous financial wellness program. Magkaroon tayo ng recognition or programs for those who have reached certain savings milestone para masabi naman nila na ang impact ng co-op sa kanila is lumaki yung value ng pera nila or may appreciation sila for value for money. Next is social impact recognition for members who volunteered during calamities para masabi natin active naman sila pero hindi nakikita kasi baka ito yung kulang. Hindi natin nare-recognize yung efforts nila when they participate. Yung bang imbitahin natin sila pag may mga tree planting, coastal cleanup, no? Merienda, masahe, tutuwa na ang mga members po nun. Next is, kasi when we do this apat, yung pinaka-basic lang, membership is not just access to services. It is ownership, protection, growth, and shared success. Kasi nga, the value that we add to the members is not simply the value of the loan through the interest na binabayad nila, but the value of personhood, the value of inclusivity, the value of yun bang loyalty, binibigay, dinadala natin sa kanila na more than being owners, we instill in their hearts and in their minds na yung co-op atin to, no? Kabahagi sila nito. And whatever happens, meron din silang responsibility sa co-op natin. So, in understanding member engagement, mabilis lang naman yan. Kasi ano po yun? Member engagement is the lifeblood. Naka-red po ang lifeblood. Lifeblood of any community-focused organization. Kasi nga, paano mabubuhay ang isang organization kung yung mismong segment mo, yung mismong may-ari ng organization, hindi natin ini-involve. Okay? So, let us always remember our members are our lifeblood. And by doing so, members as the lifeblood becomes an art and science of building relationships, meaningful interactions, and at the same time, personalization of their needs na angkop, swak. Kaya walang takers ng loan kasi hindi naman yun ang need nila. Bakit naglilipatan ang members nyo? Kasi wala sa inyo yung kailangan nila, nasa kabila. And you do not look into it. Kasi wala kayong data, wala kayong measures na in place to look at the scanning of your members' needs. Secondly, by prioritizing members' engagement, co-ops can build a strong community of loyal members who are invested in the success of the organization and its mission. Kasi nga, in-onboard natin sila sa paniniwala na ito yung gustong tahakin ng kooperatiba natin. We turn them to become loyal to us because naniniwala sila sa advocacy ng co-op. And they are engaging themselves because nabibigay natin yung kanilang needs through the products and services that we are offering. Ano yung mga key strategies for us to achieve yung first 6 na sinabi ko? Create a culture of engagement that is collaborative, participative, and build loyalty among our members. Unang-una sa listahan po, yung core formula na value, plus dagdagan natin ng clear communication. I-invite natin sila na maging consistent yung kanilang participation, plus bigyan natin sila ng recognition. It would be tantamount to strong members' loyalty. Kasi nga, paano? Ito po yun. Una, building a member-centric culture. I-align natin yung values natin sa mission natin para hindi po tayo magkaroon ng mission drift. Kasi baka iba ang sinasabi ng ating values sa co-op, iba doon sa mission na nire-represent natin or ini-invite natin. Dapat yung dalawang bagay na po yan, they would be on the same boat para walang mission drifting. Secondly, listen and respond to feedback constructively. Kasi para makuha natin yung pulso ng membership natin, we have to have a listening ear. Hindi yung pinakikinggan natin sila sa kabilang side, lalabas sa kabilang side. And also, listening means putting in place measures, matrix, para documented po yung pagkuha natin at pag-respond natin sa feedback natin. Next, always include empathy in your strategy and communication. Let us always put ourselves in their shoes. Paano kaya pag nangyari ito sa akin? Ano kayang mafe-feel ko kung ako ang member? Pag ito kayang product na ito, ibinenta natin sa market, ano kayang magiging take ng membership natin? Papatok ba kaya ito o baka magpa-flop ito? Kung ako ang member, bibili ba ako nito or hindi? Yung mga ganong scenario po when we do strategies. Next is create rules in committees, volunteer work, and project community for more engagement. Kasi nga, bago tayo, sila muna. More than us participating in community activities, dapat po mas nangingibabaw ang participation ng mga members natin. Second, increase member engagement by focusing on providing value to your members through various activities and programs katulad ng build community and connection. Dapat meron tayong mga networking events, meron tayong mga peer-to-peer support. Yun bang, kung nagkikreate po tayo ng market for them, online market community, sana i-invite natin yung mga member owners natin na may mga businesses to showcase their product. Pag naglalagay naman tayo ng mga physical booth sa office natin, sa mga events natin, invite natin yung mga members natin na may mga paninda, no? Para kahit pa paano ma-showcase naman nila, mag-add value yung dagdag kita yun sa kanila para somehow nakatulong ang co-op in building a community and connection. Or i-refer natin sila sa kapwa members nila na nangangailangan ng the same service that they are offering to. Second is educational opportunities. Sana meron tayong educational input for our farmers, for our teachers, our fisher folks, no? Yung ganun, para tailor para talaga sa kanila yung output na makukuha out of the training. Next, deliver value and benefits, provide discounts, resources, and even exclusive services, hindi ko natanggal ang end. Track engagement matrix, yung ganon. Yun bang we deliver to their doorstep, nag-apply ng loan, hindi makapunta sa office kasi walang mapag-iwanan ng bata. Si collector, si account specialist, madaanan naman niya yung area while mag-collect sa other members. Pwede naman baka pakisuyo, i-drop na lang yung application or yung itong company na ito, members natin, lahat sila, hindi makapunta sa office para i-remit yung kanilang loan, no? Kasi nakamuwa sila. Baka pwede naman daanan na lang ni collector, siya na lang mag-pick up. That is delivering value to the doorstep of our members para naman kahit papaano maisa natin yung burden nila. Kaysa naman sabihin natin, ay, paningkamuti lang yan, ma'am, na madala mo yan dito sa office. Or, ikaw na bahala, ma'am, anong gawin mo basta makarating yan dito sa amin. Mali naman din po yun. Solicit feedback and gather inputs. Lagi itong pabalik-balik kasi sometimes or oftentimes dito nagiging sablay ang co-op, no? Ang dami nating ginawa, ang dami nating programs, pero mahina tayo sa documentation. So, mahina tayo sa documentation kasi hindi natin pinapractice. So maybe it's about time na i-practice na natin po yung ganun. Then, content strategy for engagement. Dapat pag nagawa tayo ng strategies, ng mga content para i-post sa social media, sana naman yung relevance nun and ang timely nung content, angkop. Hindi po lahat na nag-viral, nag-trending, pwede nating sakyan. Mamili po tayo ng mga content na kailangan nating ilabas kasi it could either be a flop for us, baka mag-flop or baka ika-trending natin yun on a wrong reason, yung ganon. Utilizing multiple channel, wag lang mag-stick sa social media. Meron ng print, radio ads, gamitin natin yon. Text messages, text blast, gamitin natin yon. Kung nag-email marketing kayo, gawin nyo yon. Kung nasa TikTok kayo, gawin nyo yon. Kung nasa Instagram kayo, gawin nyo yun. Nasa X kayo, gawin nyo yun. Kasi yun yung market nyo. Yun yung nakikita yung channel saan nakatambay ang mga members natin. Next, papaano Paano yung content strategy? Malapit na tayo. Gamitin natin ang iba't ibang format, blogs, vlogs, videos, infographics, no? Kasi hindi naman lahat nasa isang platform lang. So, whichever platform you are into, utilize this different content format to your advantage. Utilize social media for platform to engage. Dapat alam niyo anong oras nakatambay ang membership niyo sa Facebook, sa TikTok, sa YouTube para swak ang inyong time ng pag-post niyo ng inyong mga social media materials. Next, importance of storytelling in content marketing. Kaya po lagi ini-encourage dapat yung mga social media marketing materials natin speaks about testimonies, experiences kasi yun po yung pinaka-importante. Nagso-storytelling tayo more than selling the products and services. And lastly, strategies for increasing social media engagement. Meron kayong mga pa-contest, pa-poll, survey, siguro every now and then mag-live kayo, mag-post kayo ng videos para na bumabalik sa feed po ng ibang tao yung inyong social media account. Community building, sinabi ko na to kanina, fostering a sense of belongingness and engagement within the community, create online and offline engagement through creation of communities or groups. Yun po bang sana meron kayong mga messenger groups na mga members nyo na merong mga suppliers, no? Na ito yung mga pagpipilian nyo kung may magtatanong na members nyo, may directory kayo ng ano-ano yung mga products and services ng members nyo para pag may humingi, may nagtanong, or even ang co-op mismo, mailangan ng mga ganong suppliers, may readily available po kayo. Kasi, before I end this, I would like to emphasize that member engagement is a key driver of success. It is the core. Naka-red po ang core. Kasi, bottom line, kung titingnan natin, di ba, we only have 3 bottom line. That's people, planet, and prosperity. Before we can get prosperity and before we can contribute something to the planet, it needs people. No, kailangan ng tao para magawa natin yung dalawang bagay na yon. Kaya yung tao na yon sa cooperative, members natin yon. And if we speak about members, that means engagement. And with that, thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much, Ma'am April. Ayan. So, di ba? Ang dami niya na dinagdag. Actually, yung six-member framework, tama ba? Member engagement framework. Wala talaga yan last year. So ngayon,
Yeah.
parang, oo. So, ngayon talaga sabi ko, ay, ang dami, nakakatuwa naman. And, good thing kasi ang dami nating participants, ang daming bagong umattend ng webinar natin. Parang may nagre-raise ng hand. Tama ba? May nagre-raise ng hand. Meron po ba kayong questions, suggestions, aha moments na dapat pala, tama si Ma'am April, dapat pala ganito, no, na pag magre-renovate tayo ng office, hindi lang dahil gusto ng management, gusto ng board na ito yung itsura. Syempre, of course, nakasalalay doon yung kaligtasan, yung benefits ng ating mga members. Ayan. So, thank you daw, sabi ng mga taga-Abukay sa isang napaka-fruitful na 1 hour. O, di ba? Pwede naman pala yon na 1 hour lang pero ang dami nating matututunan. Sa KRC lang yon. Ayan, sabi niya gano'n. Thank you so much po. Very happy that your framework is highly inclusive. Of course, siyempre po talagang kumbaga parang ngayong webinar na 'to, last year 'di ba ma'am, hindi naman natin na-focus sa inclusivity,
Yeah,
'yun.
yes po. Kaya
Mm.
nga lagi kong sinasabi, Ma'am Rax, na pag umattend ka ng first batch, tapos nag-rerun ka ng second batch, may comparison.
Yes. Opo, yun. So kung ire-rerun man namin, ibig sabihin meron kaming idadagdag si resource speaker, may naisip na namang idea. Kaya attend lang po kayo natin ng ating mga webinar sa KRC. Sabi po, no, very relevant ang mga elements presented, and thank you po. And sasabi ng aming unit head sa KRC, si Ma'am Mabel, our goal is not just service delivery, but transforming members into advocates who see the co-op as part of their identity. Tama naman yun. Ayun. So sabi nga ni Ma'am April kanina, no, member engagement is the lifeblood. Pinula niya talaga. Talagang literal na blood of any community-focused organization. Dahil syempre yung mga engaged members natin, willing mag-volunteer. Yun, willing mag-spend ng time and resources kung nakikita nila na yung kanilang co-op, inaalagaan din sila. Yun, saka binibigay kung ano yung mga needs talaga nila na hindi lang basta gagawa ng product na para lang maka maka makagawa for this year. Yun, for the members talaga. Yun. Siyempre, lagi rin natin tatandaan yung core formula, providing value, maintaining clear and consistent communication, encouraging active participation, and giving meaningful recognition. So, yun yung magiging parang tulay para magkaroon tayo ng strong member loyalty. Yun. Sabi pa, ito yung pinakagusto ko talaga, ma'am. Yung sinabi mo kanina. Yun. So, bago tayo, members muna. Kaya tayo nasa co-op. Okay, so, congratulations daw, ma'am. Sabi ng taga-Pasko. Wala ko yung question. Walang question. Yan, sige. For your very informative discussion and hoping daw, ma'am, sabi ni Marilu na to replicate these learnings to our co-op. Syempre naman, ma'am, okay lang ba, Ma'am April, na i-share yung materials para,
Yes po.
opo, i-share namin yung materials as well as the recording netong webinar para pag may chances kayo, magkaroon kayo ng meeting sa inyong mga MROs, pwede nyo tong panoorin. Okay, sige. Walang questions. At dahil dyan, thank you so much, Ma'am April. Pang ilang certificate na to, hindi ko na rin mabilang, pero tuloy-tuloy lang tayo, ma'am, hangga't may member tayo, hangga't may umaasa sa ating mga member cooperatives, pagbibigay tayo ng free webinar. At dahil dyan, ma'am, please accept this certificate of appreciation to you, Ma'am April G. Sotomil Sequijod, for sharing your time and knowledge on the topic membership mastery, leveraging strategies for members engagement, held on February 20, 2026 in a virtual meeting setup given today, 20th day of February 2026. Sign ang aming chairperson sa NATCO, si Ma'am Maria Nelia Rafaela G. De Leon, at ang aming CEO sa NATCO, si Ma'am Sylvia Okenlay Paraguya. Thank you so much, ma'am. Palakpakan natin virtual. Ayan. Sana makita tayo ulit, ma'am, sa Davao. At bago yan, mag-picture taking ulit tayo. Sige nga, tingnan nga natin kung talagang masaya kayo. Photo op na tayo. Malapit na tayong matapos. Saktong 11:02. Ayan. O, di ba masaya naman sila, ma'am? Talagang genuine ang kanilang kasiyahan.
O,
Sige,
hindi na
please
nila
like...
nagawang magtanong, ma'am.
Oo, kasi dami ko sinabi. Dami ko sinabi at ang dami na rin nag-thank you. Ayan. O, di ba 65 na tayo ngayon? Kanina ilan tayo, ma'am? 50s lang, no? Sige po, smile po tayo. 1, 2, 3, smile. Next slide po. Kayo po ay baka kayo nasa slide 2. And last, slide 3. Ayan. Sabi nga ni Ma'am April kanina, ingat-ingat po sa lahat ng mga nasa Mindanao ngayon na umuulan. Yun. Habang kami dito sa Metro Manila ay mainit. Very humid ang panahon.
Opo, parang
Sige.
hanggang bukas parang ulan dito, ma'am. Ang dami ng
Opo.
landslide. Special
Ayun.
shout out po pala sa mga kasama ko sa King MPC and to my allied minions.
Ayun.
And,
Sige po.
and also, Ma'am Rax, thank
Yes,
you so
ma'am.
much to KRC, to Ma'am Bell. Hi, Ma'am Bell. Sana makita ulit tayo. Sana naalala mo ko.
Yes, of course, Ma'am April. Thank you so much for the
Thank you.
insights po. Hope we
Opo,
can
thank
invite
you
you
for
again.
always considering me.
Sure,
Oo
ma'am.
naman,
Sure
ma'am.
po.
Mm. Ayan. So, thank you rin syempre Ma'am April. At may nagtatanong, paano po makakakuha ng certificate? Syempre, simpleng-simple lang. Sagutan lang po ang ating evaluation form. So, simula kaninang umaga, 9:40 pa lang nag-open na kami hanggang ngayon kung nandito pa kayo. Sige po, sagot po tayo ng evaluation form. Paki-scan po ang QR code na makikita sa ating screen at i-chat ko rin po yung link. Dito po kami magbe-base. Sabi nga kanina ni Ma'am, kailangan natin ng honest feedback. So, kung nagfi-feedback po si member sa co-op nyo, yun, tanggapin po natin yun. At ito po yung magiging lesson natin. Kung meron po kasi silang mga hindi nagkikitang hindi maganda sa co-op or meron silang na-appreciate, ayan. So, wholeheartedly tanggapin po natin at yun, magbabasa po ako mamaya ng evaluation. At at habang kayo po'y sumasagot, sana na-open niyo na yung link. Transfer ko na po sa susunod na slide for our announcement. Yun. Kinig lang po kayo sa aming announcement habang kayo po'y nag-a-answer. Announcement po natin, siyempre tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang ating pag-encourage sa ating mga member cooperatives to invest your CETF sa ating federation. So ito naman po CETF nyo na nire-remit sa aming sa NATCO, sa ating federation ay nagagamit natin for the trainings and nandito po sa screen nyo yung mga pinagdadaanan ng ating mga CETF. So don't delay, remit your CETF today. Okay, next po. Ayun. So, next week na 'to, may free training ulit tayo, ma'am, attend ka. 'Yan. So, meron tayong free training, together with Cert Peace, Unlocking Learning Potential, Tailoring Development Plans for Co-op Staff. So, siyempre, hindi lang members yung ating, ide-develop. Yun, magde-develop din tayo siyempre ng mga staff. Siyempre, pagka hindi, akma yung mga positions, yung mga ginagawa ng staff sa kanilang trabaho is hindi rin sila magiging effective. So attend po kayo. This is a free training for everyone. Ang registration po ay nasa screen na at i-chat ko rin yung link. Ayan. 9 a.m. po ito hanggang 12 noon sa Tuesday, February 24, 2026. Okay, next po. Yun, kung wala pa po kayong mga handbook sa co-op nyo, please purchase po sa KRC. Nandoon po sa listahan ng purchasing form yung mga available handbooks na binebenta po namin. Ayan, so you can use your CETF po para po makapag-purchase po ng handbook sa amin. And then last is the e-learning. Ayan. So panahon na ng mga pasahan ng mga compliance training for CDA. So yung mga hindi pa nakakapag-compliance training at wala kayong time ka-attend ng live webinars, pwede po kayong mag-avail ng aming e-learning program. So exclusive po ito sa mga NATCO members, NATCO cooperative members. Andiyan po yung QR code and the link po ng enrollment form sa ating chat box. Opo, sige po ma'am. Ayan. Tapos nandoon po yung instruction kung paano po tayo mag-enroll. And then after that, makakapag-release po kami ng certificate pag nakita po namin natapos nyo in your own way. Self-paced po, self-paced learning, itong compliance training natin. Okay, sige. Pwede pa send po na evaluation form. Eto na po. Iiwan po namin ang evaluation form sa screen. Sagot lang po kayo habang kami po ay magpapaalam na dahil 1 hour na lang magla-lunch na. And please wait po sa inyong certificate, sa inyong materials na isa-send po through email. Again, thank you so much Ma'am April. Thank you everyone and hope to see you again next week at sa mga susunod pa nating webinar. Maraming salamat po. Bye-bye!